Hey! Kamusta? Mabuhay and maligayang pagbabalik sa aking channel! Today, we will be reacting to something that's probably gonna make us smile and perhaps even laugh a little, because the title of this video is Jo Koy's mom reacts to his mom jokes. Okay, so if you have seen Jo Koy's stand-ups, then you would know that he often references his mother and sometimes makes fun of his mother, okay? Jo Koy is a hilarious Filipino, I think he's half Filipino, half American comedian, okay? So, and I've watched, I believe, all his stand-ups. Seriously, every time I see a stand-up pop up, either on Netflix or Amazon Prime Videos or whatever, anywhere, I will watch it, okay? But I have never seen his mom react to his jokes about her, okay? So I thought, why not share it with you guys, okay? And discover it together. Before we start, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Music Game News, because that is where you can DM me your suggestions. And without further ado, let's check it out.
I used to flex.
I still do that. I am the mother of Jo Koy, and today I am
Okay,
reacting
so
to
that's
his
what she
jokes
looks
about
like.
me.
My mom cured everything with Vicks Vaporize.
I don't see necessarily a resemblance between him and her. You know, I don't know. I don't see it. Do you?
It's true.
Vicks Vaporize. My mom never hit us. She just scared us a lot. And she used to flex like that.
That is my action.
Yeah. My mom did that as well. Well, my mom did hit us, but not very often. And it would be just like a slap. But I do remember one time she slapped me so hard, my glasses flew away, okay? But it was very rare. But most of the time she would either flex like this, or she would also, aside from the slap, she would hit us with her shoe, you know, or her tsinelas. Yeah.
When I listen to this joke, it's so funny because it brings back memory, especially the Vicks Vaporize. That is very, very totoo. I still do that. Meron pang
Totoo.
sura eh. Doon siya tawa ng tawa pag narinig niya ng We use those words not in such a bad way that you meant what you're saying, because you know it has a different meaning in English. But you see, the Filipinos use that to emphasize what you really want to emphasize that is true, or you meant that, right? And we do that. Even up to now, I still do that.
Where's your lunchbox, Joseph? Hello? No.
I love that part, yeah.
What do you mean you don't know? Where? Where did you go? You go from house to school, school to house. Where the did you look at?
Well, majority of that is true. But I don't use that word, you know, that starts with F.
The puck.
Once in a while, I use that.
She says starts with F, and yet she doesn't pronounce it as an F. She pronounces it as a P, like emphasize, right? It's PH, which you normally pronounce as an F, right? But she pronounces it as emphasize. So, you know, that word, she wouldn't say F-U-C-K, she would say puck.
For funny entertainment with my kids, because my kids really enjoy it when they hear me say bad words. And sometimes I really rip it to them, you know, and oh boy, I love yelling. Even up to now, I still yell. But I hardly used that when my kids were growing up. So I don't know where Joe got that. Every time I hear him in his comedy act, my goodness, that word is flowering his show, you know.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, his show is inspired by his life and real events. It's inspired, you know, but he can like add stuff on top of it.
Filipino moms shit on their kids' dreams.
He can embellish his stories.
Filipino moms shit on their kids' dreams. What are you talking about?
See? A lot of Filipinos keep asking me the question, okay, so why is your channel mostly about Filipinos? It's for many reasons, alright? But I often forget to tell them about this reason where I also see myself in Filipino culture. I kind of grew up like Filipinos, okay? Like there are a lot of similarities between Algerian culture and Filipino culture. And here, this is a great example of my parents shitting on my dreams as well. You know, when I grew up, when I was a kid, you know, they would ask, so what do you want to do when when you grow up, you know? At first I said I wanted to be a cop, you know, and they shat on that. Then I said, oh, I want to grow up and I want to be a painter or make comics, you know, draw comics. They didn't agree about that either. Like, no, that is not a job. Blah, blah. And then I said, oh, I want to be an artist. I want to make music. No, to this day, they're still shitting on what I do. To this day, like beat making, music production, YouTube, nah, that's not their thing. You know, I mean, they have calmed down because they saw that I am successful at it, you know, but they still don't agree with it. So that's where we are similar, you know, with the Filipinos as well.
I told my mom I wanted to be a comedian. She cried. Why? Why do you want to be a comedian? All your aunties are nurses? Your cousins are nurses? Do you see any clowns in this family?
Well, not just nurse. It's just that I want my kids to have a degree. You know, I want them to.
Exactly. I can't believe she said, do you see any clowns? For her to be a comic is to be a clown. And yeah, that's the mentality. It's like nurses, doctors, architects, engineers, all that. It comes with a degree, you know, and it comes with the assurance that, you know, you will have a good job later on.
Have a job with permanent pay.
There you go.
I thought that he was enrolled at UNLV, but I didn't know he was pursuing comedy. And I explained to him that, you know, being a comedian, it's not for sure because you have to have a show. That is only the time you will make money,
Yeah.
which is, I think, it turned out okay.
God bless
Of
you,
course.
Mom. You hooked up with a soldier and had a kid in America. God bless you.
Oh, see, I had forgotten about that. She hooked up with a soldier, so an American soldier probably? Mm-hmm, okay.
What she had to do. My mom and dad divorced when I was like 10, 11 years old. My mom had to raise us on her own. She did that shit on her own. Tough as shit.
Yeah, let's go.
When
Strong
Jo Koy
woman.
was young, he loves to watch Eddie Murphy.
Of course.
That's where he got his cursing. No, and he loves to curse anyway. Sinbad, and then he loves
Oh,
Bill
yeah.
Cosby. So I can see already a trace of comedy act in his act, should I say. When we were presenting him here in Las Vegas, we rented Huntridge Theater. So Joe was asking me, Mom, can you help me? This will be my first show. It's so funny because I don't know how to decorate the theater. So I went to 99 cents. I bought these streamers. And I was putting the streamers all over. And I told him, you know, the way we will make money is this. We will make a program of your show. So what I did is I went to my friends that are professionals. I got their cards and I enlarged them to be a size of 8 by 11. And I made that as a book. I put two holes and I put a black ribbon and I just went ahead and gave it to my friends. Josie, you're making money out of our business card. I see. After Jo Koy's show, they said, you know what? Your son will go places. And I remember that nobody can exist.
I wonder when Jo Koy's first show took place, you know. I wonder when exactly.
In the world alone. Having Jo Koy, having his show and showing how Filipinos are. And that's really how we are. The advice that I can give them is this. When you see a Filipino up there, put a foundation underneath them so they can still reach their pedestal in life, whatever they're doing. You know, because not just that they are Filipinos, but they are human beings. They are people that you should be helping because they need your help at the time. For the parents, I mean, you know, be there for your children, support them for whatever they want, which I didn't support Jo Koy at first because, you know, I didn't trust
Yeah, she
the
didn't trust
job. you know,
The
being a
lane.
comedian. For me, I think it is very unpredictable. If you have the degree,
And I understand it completely. Like, I understand the parents' perspective, especially parents like Filipino parents or Algerian parents that grew up in that mentality. I completely understand it, and that's why I don't really hold it against them, you know? So,
anything on your disposal is something that will do good in the future. I guess I am one of those old Filipinas that if you
So he
don't
has
have
two
it, you can't say
sisters.
that much. But my goodness, the tenacity in him to do what he wants to do, because right now, Jo Koy is in his place now whereby he can say that I did it on my own,
did you see his beautiful green eyes? I think he has green eyes.
which I respect. Because the Filipinos that are watching him can relate to his jokes. I
absolutely.
think Jo Koy is an example of a Filipino that loves his kapwa Filipinos, you know. And the thing is, it doesn't always
He loves his kabayabans, right? That's the word?
necessarily to have a degree to be successful. If you pursue what you want to do and do the best you can for what you have right now, you can at least say, I've done everything. In essence, don't give up.
Yes, so that you...
Hi, I'm Josie Harrison. I am Jo Koy's mom. I have my own
Josie
radio show
Harrison.
with PHLB Radio. We are broadcasting that
cool.
here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
So they live in Las Vegas, okay. It's also so that you don't have any regrets, you know. You have to go 100% believe in yourself, in your dreams. Try it out, you know, so that at least you can say, I've tried it. Even if it doesn't work, you can say, hey, I've tried it. I don't have any regrets, you know. Like, at first, I really wanted to be just a super popular beat maker, you know, when I was still finding myself, right? And I did it. I tried, you know, and I made music. I've learned for a decade how to make beats, and I even produced an album, you know. So once I did that, I realized that that lane wasn't the one for me, because I had already started making YouTube videos, and I discovered that I had more fun making YouTube videos, you know. So, but at least I didn't have any regrets, because I was like, you know, I tried it. I made beats. I know how to make beats. I know how to talk about music, you know. I developed my ears. I made an album and everything, so I don't regret it. And now I am, you know, fully focused on YouTube. So there you go. Content creator, music commentary creator. And I have two YouTube channels. I have this one that you guys know, and I have my French one, which is about 50,000 subscribers. There you go. That was lovely, but I was expecting her to react to more of his jokes, you know, about her. Unless he didn't make enough of those or that many of those, you know, it's very possible. But she seems like a strong lady. Let me know in the comment section below your thoughts on this video, but also on Jo Koy. You know, have you watched all his, you know, stand-ups? And honestly, if Jo Koy comes to Montreal for a stand-up, you know, show, I will definitely go, because I am a big fan of his, and I swear to God, from the first moment I watched his, like, the first stand-up of his that I watched, I fell in love with his comedy. Like, legit, bam, bam, boom. Yeah. Maraming salamat po. Thank you so much for joining me as usual. And if you have gotten value out of this video, then do not hesitate to check out my other reaction videos right here.